Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. My name is Peter Loshak. Well, look who decided to show up at Jimmy the Bag.
Fuck yeah.
I first want to say that I'm happy that you survived the weekend.
Thank you.
Did hear some stories.
It was wild.
It was wild, right?
The SBR party was fucking mayhem. I got to put faces behind names. Do you know Mr. Gokster is a 24-year-old with a pencil-thin mustache?
Is that true?
That's true.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like sometimes you don't necessarily want to look behind the curtain. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't necessarily want to look behind the curtain. You know what I mean? Like people came to me, they were like, "Hey, Pete, there's a new DNA test. You can find out what your heritage is. You can find out what your ethnic heritage is." And I'm like, I don't fucking want to know that. You know what I'm saying, Jimmy the Bag? You don't necessarily always want to look behind the curtain just because you can.
Oh, Mr. Gokster being a 24-year-old with a pencil-thin mustache destroyed me.
Wow.
Had me laughing my fucking ass off. He drove in from Belleville.
Wow.
Drove in from Jansen Bonzen was at the fucking party,
No way,
man.
really?
Had to put a face behind the name. We had the Maxwell Smart, the king of the Jews, was at the fucking party.
All these people are from Canada. That's why they're so fucking happy all the time.
There he is. There's
They're
Mr.
fucking happy
Gokster
all the time.
99, and it's Gokster.
Yeah. Oh,
We have been
okay.
pronouncing it wrong.
Okay, all right,
It's
okay.
Mr. Gokster 99. What a beast, man. I love partying with Mr. Gokster.
That's why these motherfuckers are so happy all the time, because they're fucking living in Canada, land of a semi-paradise, maybe second only to Australia. Unbelievable.
Oh, it's fucking Al Mack was in the fucking
Wow,
house. It was a
Al
fucking
Mack.
treat. So we watched the Michigan game with a Michigan frat. They were losing their minds, but nobody was losing their minds more than Gabe. Gabe was losing his shit all over the bar. It was fucking wonderful.
No, but that's got to be an act. Is that an act? Or is
No,
he
man,
really
he's just
cares about
fucking
this
pumped.
shit? All right, good for him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, I guess you can't really put on an act like that. You know, Gabe's intense is sports fan insanity. You can't fake it, right? My whacked out, the multiple personality disorder insanity. You can't fake that, right, Jim?
Oh, it was magic.
Yeah,
It was fucking
unbelievable.
magic. And we got just polluted.
You did, huh?
We got polluted.
Really?
Just, oh, man.
That's a good thing.
Who is the most drunk, is Scotty Rock forever asking. That's got to be a tie. It's got to be a tie between Gabe and I. I've been drunk for 5 days, and I'm still drunk. So,
you seem like, listen, I mean, I'm a very sensitive person. I'm very affected by my surroundings and what I put in my body. But you seem as hardy and robust as ever, Jimmy.
Thank you. As hardy and robust as ever.
Yes.
Yeah,
you do know, not to rain on your parade here, but you do know that fucking MLB starts in 2 days, Jimmy the Bag,
Yes,
right?
my baseball pool is right after this show. I've been studying very, very hard, and I'm ready to get that fucking cash. I'm nervous.
Yeah,
I'm nervous. It's a nerve-wracking starting a season. This is what I always wanted. I mean, hockey, NHL, basketball. I wanted to sit beside you for a full Major League Baseball season.
We'll see what we can do. I'm just saying, Jimmy the Bag, on Friday or next Monday, if we're sitting in front of this camera and you're like, I don't have any baseball picks, but let me tell you about my weekend 2 weeks ago in Toronto. No one gives a shit, Jim. You know what I'm saying, Jim?
They might.
They might.
Because there's some horrifying shit that went down that
Really?
I haven't even gotten into yet, man.
How's your eyes doing? No pink eye?
No pink eye yet. No pink eye yet, but that takes a little bit of time.
Does it?
Yeah.
You don't get. What's the incubation period?
It's like 48 hours.
Oh, is it 48 hours?
Yeah,
really?
yeah. That's, when you eat ass, you pay the consequences.
Yeah,
You pay the consequences.
I'm just telling you, I did hear some things coming in here, and there was just stories trickling in. There was one weekend where I did about a third of what people told me you did, and I had fucking both eyes blasted pink for like a week. So I was like, oh shit, Jim's gonna be in major trouble. You're looking okay.
You get respect for pink eye in the business.
Do you?
Oh, yes. Oh,
Okay.
yes.
And I only did about a third of what I told you did, like I said. So, all right. So, let's see what happened while you were gone. So, the funniest shit I think that happened while you were gone was in one of the shows. It was floated that Wanma might want to consider, whatever you think about this, might want to consider running for president of the United States, but he declined. He said that it's too far from his house. The commute would not be okay. But Wanma wouldn't want to be president because of the commute. The commute would and I understand that. Commute is a major factor in any job, right, Jim?
It's not easy. Yeah.
What else happened? Let me see. I had a couple winning days in NHL. I stacked some units. My goal was to come back and have you back and be up 40 units, but I'm only up about 31 or so.
You've cracked 30?
Oh yeah. I cracked 30 a while ago.
Oh shit.
But I've been trying to jackpot it. Yeah, in other news, there were a few games where I was thinking, man, Jim would be all over this one. I feel bad because he's just leaving units on the table, not being here. Let's see what else happened. I'm trying to remember what else happened. I don't even know what else happened. How was Toronto? Nice broads in Toronto, right, Jim?
Nice broads, yeah, nice broads. I don't know if the best.
No,
no, I don't know if they're the best. But
based on what I've seen on the internet, they're the best in my opinion.
Yeah, are you BBW?
Canada, yeah, in general, yeah. I float that way a little bit. I lean that way a little bit.
Well, then then we got some good stuff for you up there.
Yeah, they got some big girls. They got some big girls in Canada, Jimmy the Bag.
They do.
And there's nothing wrong with a big girl.
No,
there's nothing wrong with a big girl, and they do got them in Canada. That's for damn sure. I've seen that. Let's see what else do we have. Comment. You want to scan? All right. So we're all happy you're back.
Thank you.
Let's focus a little bit on the task at hand.
Sure.
I gave a bunch of picks in the morning, and what have you been flying? Because when I travel, I'm out for a day. I can't even. There's no handicapping free when I get off a plane. What have you done, Jim?
I got in an hour and a half ago.
Yeah?
I jerked off.
Oh, nice.
And I came right to work.
All right. So
I did shower.
All right. Okay,
I did shower.
Good.
So we can touch. Mm-hmm. And I came right to work. And I came to work really because I have the baseball pool right after this, and I just want to be prepared. I had a drink.
Wait, the baseball pool?
I'm in the baseball pool.
What is that?
It's a draft that I've done with some guys for years and years.
Okay.
Big Dick Donnie says my girl Angel is in Toronto.
Oh, yep. See, there you go. I'm telling you, man. That's where it got him. God. Okay, we'll work something out. I'm very glad that now I have a remote anchor in Canada. I may be able to work something out last minute if I need to in my life at some point, right, Jim?
Oh, absolutely.
Might be able to work.
Locked.
Yes, might be able to work something out last minute. You know what I'm saying? When the shit hits the fan and everyone's fleeing wherever they can and running haphazard all over the place, I might be able to head towards Canada and hook myself up with a nice little situation, right, Jim?
Absolutely. We got you locked, man. We got all those cappers. They were the greatest guys,
Nice.
man. That was one of my favorite nights of the year. But the highlight was Mr. Gokester 99.
Yeah.
Man.
Wow,
Really caught me by surprise.
Yeah. I mean, listen. All right. So reports from behind the curtain are not too bad. At least there's no 13-year-old whack jobs who it turns out are one of these commenters. Right?
There was one guy who wouldn't give us his last name.
Right.
Oh, and dice game. What a fucking dice game.
What's that?
But he was feeding us drinks.
Mm-hmm.
He was very mysterious. Then he got cut off at the bar. Big, tough, tall guy.
He wouldn't tell you who his commenter name is?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Someone showed up and wouldn't identify himself but just wanted to hang anyway?
They can all vouch for that shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is, what a weekend, man. What a weekend. Damn.
Yeah, man.
Jesus Christ. All right. Okay. I don't even know where to start now. My main concern. So if you're in your MLB pool already, have you done any MLB research or what?
I've done hours upon hours and hours and hours of research.
Really?
Well, I mean, 15 hours.
But I mean, you're not. You feel somewhat prepared for MLB.
That's the main reason why I would have passed on this. I would have passed on this draft. Seriously, I got too much shit on my hand. But I knew if I did the draft, I would be ready to fucking rock with you guys Thursday morning.
Because the shit jumps up on you. Now, it is okay in the beginning of a season to take the first. Sometimes it can be even smart to take the first week off. And a lot of times, all the research that you would do preseason is pretty much spelled out for you after the first few games are done. You know what I'm saying, Jim? So it'll be a combination of feeling our way around baseball, talking about some long-term expectations from the season. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting shit, Jimmy the Bag. I'll tell you what, as we've said many times, we try to make this show in a way that the records aren't essential to the success of the show, but it's going to be a much better show if we can sit here with a fucking positive record every day than if we got to throw up a fucking negative record every day, Jimmy the Bag. You know what I'm saying?
The records are essential to the show.
They really
Let's
are.
Let's not get it twisted, man.
We can't be apologizing for MLB and then being like, but we're kicking ass in WNBA and throw up an 8-4 WNBA record to try to counteract a minus 30 units in MLB. You know what I'm saying, Jim?
I don't know all this talk about capping WNBA. I'm sort of on the fence about it. I know that if I make any bets, I'll just take unders and hope for bricks.
Yeah, I mean WNBA is great. It's basically only a little bit. I mean, if you can handicap NBA and college basketball, it's very similar. It actually is the best of both worlds because they're professionals, so they're not as unpredictable as college kids. But at the same time, there's way fewer games, so on a game-by-game basis, you don't have to wonder if one team doesn't care about a game. You can pretty much assume that a team is going to care more about a game than you can in the NBA. So I love WNBA. It used to be an extremely beatable sport. It's still beatable, not as bad as it used to be, but yeah.
You know what I'm going to do right now? I guarantee, you can call me on this all year, I guarantee a positive record in my Major League Baseball season, sitting beside you and with all the people in the chat. With all these cappers, these amazing cappers that we get to work with every single day, the reason why I've been so successful is because of sitting beside you and working with these guys, man. These guys know what they're fucking doing. They're, and working as a team, I know we're going to hit baseball hard. Might not start off great.
I'll tell you what, though. Trust me on this one, Jim. Mark my words. If we start handicapping baseball with these guys, there's going to be strong opinions on both sides of every game. And strong opinions saying, no, don't do that on every pick that we give because baseball is all about, the value. It's what should a plus 120 dog be an even money dog or a plus 140 dog? And there's people going to be strong. Tomura is going to have like half our picks. He's going to say, no, you guys are on the wrong side. That is wrong. That's wrong. Dan Kelly's going to say half our picks. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. Scotty Rock4 Eva says WNBA is not consistent. I'm sorry. It's a tough assignment to cap that shit. Compared to college basketball, I think it's more consistent. There are some, it's 2018, so we don't make what's the word? Machisto jokes, but periods are an issue in the WNBA. When women get their periods, they can sit out unexpectedly. That is an actual factor in the WNBA.
Yeah. Yes. They're women.
Yes, and they don't. No, we don't make those kinds of jokes anymore. You know that, right, Jim? It's 2018.
No, we talk very seriously about women having their periods.
Yes,
very serious.
And we do not make sexist jokes about women's professional athletes' periods. But it is a factor, and a lot of times, like in the WNBA, there will be someone who's like sitting out kind of unexpectedly, and a lot of times it's that.
Yeah, no, there's no jokes about that. I had a buddy who got a period once, a guy. Bad timing.
Yeah, so I guess we can still make jokes about dudes getting periods.
He was wearing his white jeans and just a bad day for that. But it was Canada Day, so it worked out okay.
Trevor Holt says WNBA is very beatable. Yes, I think it is, and I expect to have a positive ROI in the WNBA. All right, let me just do a quick save here, and then I guess you have anything else to say, or shall we get into the standard meat of the show, which is picks and handicapping analysis?
I do have one thing. Mr. Gokster 99 says, shout out to all the youngins out there getting it. We're taking over. What did you imagine Mr. Gokster 99 would be like?
I have no idea what any of these people would be like, and I don't ever think about it, Jim. I don't want to look behind the curtain. You know what I'm saying? Ignorance is bliss as far as I'm concerned. People always say, like, well, you can't just shove your head in the sand about something. Yes, you can. That's what I do most of the time, and it's what's gotten me here. Yes.
Well, I do want to look behind the curtain. I find it hilarious and wonderful. And Mr. Gokster, I've got for life. I'm going to lock Mr. Gokster down forever after hanging out with that pencil-thin mustache.
Yes.
Respect. I got respect, Gokster. And Gokster's a great hockey handicapper, man.
Very nice. Funny stuff here. Dan Kelly says their menstrual cycles sync up. Again, that's not a joke. He's not making some juvenile joke. That actually can be true. Yeah. That actually can't be. No, don't crack a smile there, Jim. We don't make those kinds of infantile, juvenile jokes. No. In 1995, sure, we could do that. In 2018, we don't make those jokes anymore, Jim.
No, we do not.
All right.
We do not.
All right. Okay. Let me see. What else do we have here? What else do we have going on here? Okay, Mr. Gokster, pencil-thin mustache. So is that going to affect your opinion of your take on his opinions in these chats then?
He's a young Canadian from Belleville. If you want to know someone with hockey instincts, it's a guy from fucking Belleville who drives 3 hours into Toronto to fucking run with the bag. Yeah, he had skyrocketed.
Wow.
My opinion of him is fucking skyrocketed. Those are the guys who have an innate ability to understand the spots in NHL. So yeah, man, I think Mr. Gokster's a beast, man. Fucking beast. All these guys, man. The King of the Jews was with us. Maxwell Smart. He's the sharpest NCAA mind that I've met this year. I personally feel he's just absolutely sharp. And then Al Mack was there. Man, it was just packed with cappers. Trevor Loudon was there. All these guys that it was just an absolute fucking treat. getting hammered up with these guys.
Wow.
It was wonderful.
All right, great. Let me just quickly get to a few comments here that do have to do with sports betting, and then we'll get into picks. Tomorio Tomor says WNBA is very beatable, but you can't bet it big. No injury report and not much news on it compared to major leagues. Yes, that is absolutely true. There are a lot of times surprises that will come out of nowhere. That is sort of a standard for WNBA. That is absolutely true. Someone else said they don't like MLB. It's a 1% ROI kind of sport. Yeah, that's fine. Last year I had a 2% return overall on my picks, and that was totally fine for me. Someone else said first 5 innings team totals. That is definitely one of the best ways that you can bet MLB. And last year they introduced it, and I jumped on that, and that definitely helped me a lot. Pinnacle offers them, which is somewhat surprising. Pinnacle usually does not offer markets that they don't have an edge on, so it's interesting that Pinnacle offers first 5 innings team totals. We'll see if they're offering it this year. I assume that they will. Let's see. Ron Walsek says, Pete and Juanma were talking about big woman. So glad you're back, Bag. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with liking a big woman? I like a small woman too. You know what I'm saying? I like any kind of woman. Let's see. All right, let's see. Eric the Red says, I won quite a bit on WNBA last season. Let's go with the numbers and matchups. Worked for me. Yes. Let's see.
Big Dick Donnie's going to be at the Dodgers game with a Loshak in the bag sign.
Oh no, really?
Fuck yeah, man!
Very nice.
Get a clip of that
is
shit.
that a preseason game or which game is he going?
No, it's Saturday, man.
Saturday.
We're in
wow.
action.
Yes, let's get a screenshot of that if we possibly can. That's awesome. All right, we got a lot of people saying talking about WNBA, saying they're happy Jim's back. Let's see. Talking about MLB, talking about Utah in NIT. Trevor Holt says WNBA is very beatable. Yes, Trevor Holt. Trevor Holt really impressed me with some of his opinions on college basketball while you were gone, Jimmy the Bag. Trevor Holt, pay attention to this guy.
Yeah, zero jokes with Trevor Holt, man. Yeah, he had a huge bet on the Texas Tech, the game, obviously the game before the Nova game. That cashed huge. He's sharp, man. A ton of these guys are sharp. That's why I'm saying this is going to be the best baseball season I've ever had.
We'll see. We shall see. All right. So let's see. All right. Let's.
Jay Ryan says, I thought the funniest thing ever was Pete and Juanma sorting out the AC that one day.
There was some funny shit that happened.
That's still happening. That happened when I walked in.
Yeah,
He's back here jerking this thing around, man. Angry, losing his shit, sweating buckets.
And Juanma was like, man, I really, really don't know. Yeah. All right. Let's see. What else do we have here? All right. Okay. I guess let's get into some handicapping. Why not? Right, Jim?
I'm just going to read the comments,
yes.
man. I flew in today. I would spend 6 hours on the plane.
Okay.
I'm going to do is what, I'm here to help, but I just, I wake up at 3:45 in the morning to cap these games.
I totally understand, Jim. So, people don't understand how much work actually goes into to producing these shows that we do, because we have to come in here and at least be knowledgeable, at least be able to fake being an expert on all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And people just see when the camera turns on, like, hey, here's a pick for you. We're doing this and that. They don't see the hours of work, right? It's like the fucking. I've been watching kung fu movies, Jim. I don't know why, but I've been watching kung fu movies. It's been putting me focused. All the fucking training, all the fucking hours of work.
Isn't it kung fu?
I don't know. I like to say kung fu movies. That's how Jamie
sure.
Foxx says it. Yeah.
Sure, okay.
So, all right. Okay. All right. But yeah, so we do put a lot of work into it. It's worth it for us, worth it for me. All right. Let's get into it. First, and Jim, you just listen to the handicapping opinions that I'm giving, and I have a feeling you might agree with some of it. College basketball, once again, Jim, I've had a bunch of winners in college basketball recently. Tonight in the NIT, I'm passing on both. Big question is Utah's big man Collette going to be 100%? If not, Western Kentucky could easily take this one. I'm passing on that one. Mississippi State against Penn State. Bunch of people that we really respect liking Mississippi State tonight against Penn State. DJ Big Boss, commenter who has had a great read on Mississippi State, loved them against Louisville, also likes them again tonight. And someone else I forgot who, a bunch of other people liking Mississippi State tonight. I'm not going to make that an official pick, but definitely in the morning, multiple people whose opinions I definitely consider very carefully liking Mississippi State tonight against Penn State. And the Western Kentucky-Utah game, again, both these games have a second half written all over them. And I'm going to that's another thing, Jim. I think I'm gonna start tweeting a little bit more. A lot of these guys, like Big Man, all these people, they tweet all the time. Should we start doing that, Jim?
I tweet all the time, man.
Would people like that if I tweeted like some like GIF from some stupid movie with some guy like being happy about winning money? Or would that be cool?
No, we just want your plays, man. We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck about the pictures or the gags.
Yeah, no GIFs.
We don't need any GIFs. We just need your second half plays.
Like, because I look, all right, I'll start tweeting out a little bit more. Sure, what the hell?
Please
I'll start
do.
tweeting out a little bit
Shit.
more. I'll start tweeting out. I'm old school. I look at Twitter and I'm like, people really like this shit, but I guess they do. People love Twitter, right?
People like making money.
Yeah.
And that's how, and we can get your second half plays and start making it. We know you have a holistic approach.
Yeah.
We want in on that.
I mean, not the problem, but the good thing about my second half plays is that, I'm again I only do like, 53.5%, 54% on the year with a huge sample size, which is why it's so great for me. But there's big downs. There's big downs, and there's also plays that are wildly wrong. Overall on the year, I am positive in both college and NBA second halves, but I've definitely had a few plays here and there that are just wrong, and other stretches where there's like downs, you know what I mean? And it's just a little bit tough. You know what I'm saying?
These guys are saying I've been waiting for a year for you to follow them back.
All right, right.
man.
I'll start tweeting shit. I'll start tweeting shit, and I make jokes. I make funny jokes on Facebook sometimes. I post funny ass shit. Some people love the shit I post on Facebook. All right, I'll start fucking posting on Twitter. I'll try to step up my Twitter game, and I'll see if it if it works out. I'll see if I did once tweet a joke at Donald Trump that was funny. People liked it. You know what I mean?
We don't want any jokes.
You don't want jokes?
We want your fucking action,
Okay,
man.
all right,
we want
all
your
right,
plays.
Okay. I'll tweet out my second half picks on Twitter. All right, so that's it for college basketball. Once again, Mississippi State, both games tonight. I'm going to be looking carefully at the second halves. If you gave me a free play right now on one of these games, I would definitely take Mississippi State, not for my own handicapping, but because people in the morning who I very much respect, more than one, a couple people said that they really like Mississippi State tonight. So I would lean that way. And the Utah Western Kentucky game, I'm telling you, this guy Collette is if he has back issues again, that's a negative for Utah. So I'm gonna hold off on that one as well. All right, that's it for college basketball. Now I guess
Quickly, one thing, Dan Kelly asking, because I put 200 on Kansas and plus 1200 to win the. Yes, I did hedge it. I took Nova at plus 400. A week 2 games ago, plus 400. So now the only play left, if I want, is I could take Michigan at plus 260, which I will be making a decision tonight about, or at least before the weekend. So, but yeah, I've got Nova plus 400, and I've got Kansas at plus 1200, and feels good. Feels like I'm in a good spot. And also, I've got, you guys know, I got the Stars to miss the playoffs. Only $100 on it, but at plus 500, I have the Kings to miss the playoffs.
That's right. You did have the Stars to miss the playoffs.
At plus 500.
That's amazing. You know what I said in the morning show today? I said if Jim's sitting next to me in the NHL segment, the first thing I'm going to ask him, watch the video, it's up there. First thing I'm going to ask him is what the hell is up with the Stars? Because they could have made the playoffs if they hadn't lost the last 8 games in a row.
Oh,
Jim,
man.
you remember you thought that they were going to be a good bet on their last game of their road trip, and they weren't. You weren't here for it, but their next game at home against Boston, I was like, all right, I think they're going to win this game. They lost that one too, Jim.
Oh, I had long talks about the Stars, and a couple of my best friends despise this team even more than I do. These guys have character issues, man. Not to be trusted. Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin are not to be trusted at any time. I love watching them fall apart. I love watching teams with less skill beat up on these teams. What a treat. What a fucking
All right,
treat.
other comments here. Donald Mao says Mississippi State will play up tempo. Yeah, so you might want to take the over in that one, and then Penn State. Someone else saying that they liked Penn State. Where the hell is that one? Someone saying that he likes Penn State. Someone let me see. Where is that? Where the hell is it? Donald Mal likes Mississippi State, Penn State over 135.5. Book it.
Ooh, Al Mack saying I got big info for Philly Dallas once you guys hit NHL.
Okay. Well, I gave some picks on that one, and then someone else was asking what my MySpace is. So very nice. I like that. I never had a MySpace. I never had a fucking MySpace. All right, and then here you go. Isan Zolfagari says, Pete, don't tweet stupid gifs. Maybe I'll start tweeting stupid gifs directly to Isan Zolfagari.
Just the Isan? Yeah,
people really
just
like
kittens.
Yeah,
man,
I guess
tons of kittens.
Does anyone? I understand why they're kind of funny, but are you ever on Twitter and someone tweets out a GIF of someone a cheesy person from the '80s making a stupid face reacting to what they're tweeting about, and you laugh out loud? Do you ever laugh at those GIFs? Be honest. If you do, it's fine.
I laugh 0 times, but I do put GIFs of big tits for our show just to attract eyes.
I'm not saying
just to get attention to our show.
I'm not saying I think they suck. I'm just saying I don't get them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just me. It's just me. It's just like some people are just like don't get jazz. They're like, you really like this jazz stuff? And the answer is yes, I love jazz. And people are like, I just don't get it. That's okay. You know what I'm saying, Jim?
I do.
But no, I mean I do get it. I'm just never, I don't know. Yes, okay, I'm going to start tweeting out stupid gifts because they get attention. All right, Enuanu Gang says Penn State lay the -2.5. Ulysses Hayes says Penn State money line. I'm going to look at the second halves on that one. And let me see. Let me just do a quick save here, and then we'll move on to NBA. Some interesting shit in NBA. Wait a minute. Let me just make sure that yes. Okay. All right. NBA. Jimmy the Bag. What did I give tonight? I gave Cleveland's going into Miami. Now the Cavs. While you were gone, you might have missed this, Jimmy the Bag. Did you know that the Cavs have covered 4 full game spreads in a row?
I did not know
Yeah.
that, no.
Amazing, right? 4 games in a row. That's not first half, full games.
It's not that I haven't been following them, and LeBron is playing better than he's ever played before.
And Kevin Love is back.
Kevin Love is back playing well, but it's this LeBron, man. And so the Raptors are looking susceptible, especially defensively. And I mean, how do you not think LeBron's just going to run through the Eastern Conference again? And not saying that that's what I think yet, because it needs more time and analysis, but it's a pretty simple GIF.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I took Cleveland first half and first quarter in the morning show, and that line has gotten bet down. It's down from 3.5 now down to 2. So big money coming in on Miami. So I might be on the wrong side of that one. Then in Houston, Chicago, I took the under. Harden is sitting tonight. Jimmy the Bag, you might not be aware of that. Harden is sitting tonight. I took Houston on the under 215. That's now down to 214 or 213.5. So that's nice to see. And I also took Sacramento first half in a matchup of dumpster fires against Dallas -1. That line has not moved at all. And I guess that's about it. That's all that I gave for tonight's show. Once again, everyone is out and injured for Golden State. So they were 6.5 in the morning show. They're now up to 7.5 as a home underdog against Indiana. Golden State is a 7.5 point home underdog against Indiana. They were like a 9-point home underdog in their last game to Utah, and they lost by like 15. So obviously Golden State is in a world of hurt right now, but I was thinking that this game might be a little bit, that this game might be a sneaky spot to take a shot with Golden State, either on the 7.5 or on the team total over. That's what I was thinking about, Jimmy the Bag. The basic deal is that everyone is out for for Golden State, and Indiana clinched a playoff spot in their last game. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes teams, when they're, if they've clinched the playoff spot and they're coming back for their next game, especially as a big road favorite, you know what teams do. They take their shirts off and they pour champagne all over each other and stuff. They can lose their focus a little bit. I was thinking that Golden State plus 7.5 or the team total over might be worth a shot tonight, Jim.
I don't know if they take their shirts off.
In baseball, they do. Or do they not? I don't know. I don't watch that shit.
I don't know. It sounded very sexual the way you brought it up.
Yes, it is. It is very sexual. Disturbing.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I understand that breakdown. I'm on the depth chart right now for Roto World to see exactly what you guys are dealing with this Golden State situation. So, of course, no Steph, no Clay, no Kevin. But, I mean, you got a ton of ballers still. I mean, Iguodala. We know that Nick Young steps up. I love Sean Livingston, great defensive player.
And the guy who replaced Steph Curry, I forgot his name, has been doing pretty well.
Quinn Cook.
Yes, that's right, Quinn Cook.
Yeah, I think that's a very good play at this point. I mean, I haven't studied the game enough, but I can clearly see.
You can understand why, right?
Definitely.
I mean, Indiana, again, they clinched a playoff spot last time. Now they're coming in. Golden State has a game under their belt with all these guys out. All right, you know what? I'm going to take it. And if it cashes, I'm going to look like a friggin', not a genius, but a pretty astute guy for doing that.
Ulysses Hayes says take Golden State money line.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to take them full game plus 7.5 minus 107. That is the current line right now at Pinnacle. And I also think this line move to the under is also a little bit off as well. I think I'm going to take the Golden State team total over, which should be right now, I guess, about 97.5, 97, something like that. Our internet is kind of slow. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here, but I'm going to try to get I think I'm going to take a shot here. I think at the end of this regular season, I'm going to take some shots and try to get even in NBA. So I'm going to throw that one on there. I'm going to throw Golden State plus 7.5 and also Golden State team total over. And maybe I should even triple up on this one and take Golden State first half. And now I'm probably getting a little bit crazy here, right? Golden State first half would be just plus 4, but that would be a lean as well, Jim.
I like it. I think that would have been the direction I would have gone in as well had I had the time to cap this.
Yeah.
I can clearly understand why you like it.
Well, feel free to make a last minute hasty tail any of these any of these plays. All right, so once again, I don't know what the hell's going on there. Is our internet really slow or something? What the hell's going on here?
Yeah, it's
What the hell's going on here?
Akrit Jawanda says take the over 200, Loshak.
Yeah, I would lean over on the
Scotty
game.
Rock
as well.
forever saying Draymond back tonight. That's interesting because he was just downgraded to doubtful in what I was just reading. But Scotty Rock knows he's from the Bay Area. He knows exactly what's going on with this team. So interesting. I like this play at this point.
Oh, here we go, Brovada. Pete, where's the credit on that hedge last night on the over in the Pistons game last night? Let's make it 2 in a row with the Cavs heat under. My dude. Okay, yes, Bravada talked me off of my play on the under in the Pistons game last night, and it landed right near the final total. So it was probably best to just pass on the entire game. But yes, Bravada, great call on that one. You had a winner, big scoring fourth quarter, pushed that game over, and I did have the over on the second half on that one as well. I did have the over in the second half on that one as well. Very nice, Brovada. J. Peach predicts Rockets by 20 to 30 tonight. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's and Brovada, Cavs heat under. That's also a contrarian play here from Brovada. In the morning show, everyone was saying that they like the over in the Cavs Heat game. Everyone was talking about the over in that one. Here we go. Michael Delzidi says Pete's about to quadruple his losses. LOL. Really?
Oh, geez.
Talking about Golden State, I think. Is that what he's talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that what he's talking about? I'm going to do it. I'm just taking them two ways. I'm going to take them two ways, Michael Delzidi. I'm going to take the team total over, and I'm going to take the Golden State plus 7.5. Of course, they got blown the fuck out by Utah in their last game. It might get blown the fuck out once again here, but I'm going to take a shot with it. Wow, it's down to 96 minus 112 at Pinnacle. Let me see what Heritage has, and then I'll make a final official play on that one. Jesus, the internet is fucking crappy here. The internet is fucking crappy here. All right, I'll just take the Pinnacle line here. Golden State team total over 96 minus 112. Yes, that might be a stupid play. That might be a real fucking stupid play, but I'm going to take it. I'm going to take a shot with it. A lot of times you do see this in the NBA when guys go down. They've already had one game under their belt to stink up the joint. All right. That's it for NBA, I guess. Let's look at some other comments here. Ulysses Hayes says Portland -1. That line has bounced all over the place. About an hour ago, Portland was a favorite. Now they're back to being a dog. Now the line has swung the other way. New Orleans is now favored over Portland. So I don't know what the hell's going on with that line, what people are seeing, but Portland opened as the dog. Or in the afternoon, they were the fave. Now they're back to being the dog again. And once again, this Cleveland-Miami line is crashing. It's down to a Miami +2, down from an opener of about 4. And the total, Brovada, who warned us off of the under in the Detroit Pistons game last night, likes the under in Cleveland-Miami. And that line has gone down a little bit. It was 221 earlier in the day, and it's now down to 220 at Pinnacle, 220.5 at Heritage, and a bunch of other places. So you might be right there. The late market movement does seem to be suggesting that the under is the play with Cleveland and Miami. Wow, interesting shit there.
Very interesting. I like that play. But it's again, when you deal with the Cavs, it's always tricky taking the under.
It's always tricky doing anything with the Cavs,
Yeah.
The truth is. DJ Big Boss says he hates the Cavs. They completely fucked him this year, and yes, I understand. Let's see. Cavs, Raptors, Spurs all moved a half point. J. Peach likes the over in the Spurs. The Spurs played Washington recently, and that game went way under. Now they're playing again very soon after, and yeah, we might see an over in that one. I'm going to pass on that one. B. Simpson also likes the over in the Spurs game. Spurs, Washington, over 202 from B. Simpson. Scotty Rock Forever says Pacers are rolling us tonight. Trust me. That's the Pacers, the big road favorite against Golden State.
Yeah. Who said that? Scotty Rock?
Scotty Rock.
He knows his team very well.
And then also Michael Delzidi was making fun of me, just saying Peter's going to quadruple up his losses. Mirotic is playing. That's why the Pelicans are favorites now. Okay, that makes sense. Greg Schneider says Cavs. Mr. Gokster says first half Cavs possibly. I'm already on them. Mr. Cloudkick says Cavs are usually terrible down to Miami. That's true. I'm thinking that at least early they'll be better in this game, but maybe not. Wow, Bill Buttlicker says Harkless out, Evan Turner in. And to Wayne Seymour predicts a lot of overs tonight in the NBA. Miami has no one. Tomarino Tomor says Miami has no one to protect the rim with Whiteside out. I think LeBron will have his way. Total is hard because Miami's played a different pace with LeBron out. Okay, all right. Richard West says Miami getting 29% of the bets, but 70% of the money. There you go. There you go. Sharp side might be Miami tonight. Taco Schofield says LeBron likes national televised TV. Cavs easy win. That's why I'm taking Cavs in the first half. And if they're down in the first half, I'll almost certainly be in the Cavs in the second half. But we'll see. Richie Incognito says hoops equals slow death. I hear you, Richie Incognito. Elio Rodriguez says Miami is a no play. Let's see. Drew Martin says where are those numbers from? Richard West. Yes, good question, Drew Martin. Thank you very much, Drew Martin, for asking. Good question. Drew Martin.
Yeah, nice to have Drew Martin here. I lost the chat there for a little bit, so I'm way behind.
Yes.
Nice to see Drew Martin.
Nice to see Drew Martin. Drew Martin, please hit us with any positive EV pick you got right now. Please hit us up with it. We were desperate here.
My man, Udon Porn, Ratana Facti. I missed you, my friend. Thank you for the welcome.
Mm-hmm. Walter Trotter III says, I didn't cap shit today. I was working with clients all damn day and playing basketball. Who are we on? Well, Walter Trotter, let's see. We are on, I don't know. I think in general people are agreeing that the under in the Houston game is a good bet. Harden is out. You know, maybe Houston will ramp up the offensive pace now with Harden out, with some other guys, getting a chance to put up a big offensive game. So, but I took the under in that one at 215, and I don't know. This is a tough NBA card. As usual, the NHL plays that I have, I'm liking a lot more.
Native Queen has come in and said San Antonio first quarter under and first half under.
Wait, where's that one? San Antonio under.
First quarter under, first half under. She also has Denver first quarter against the spread and over. First half against the spread and over. And then Walla Dose. Thank you, man.
Yes, Walla Dose. Yeah, Native Queen likes Denver first quarter and the over. I like the overs in the Denver game as well. I'm not sure I like Denver there. They're really struggling without Harris. But let me see what's up with that total. Wow, that total is now down to 223 at Bookmaker.
That's crazy. That's a huge line move.
Toronto's
playing no defense whatsoever.
Yeah, and the line crashed from like 227 all the way down to a 223. Opened at 227 at Pinnacle. A quick move down to 225, 226. But yeah, big line move to the under in Denver, Toronto. But Native Queen likes the over. Bill Buttlicker says Markkanen in. Okay, Markkanen in. Hako Schofield says still like the Houston over with the bench players. Justin Searcy says the only reliable teams tonight are Portland and New Orleans, and they are playing each other, so that's not good. Interesting shit.
Very interesting. Ulysses Hayes asking, are you guys selling them Break the Bookie shirts? Everybody's been asking me about it. You should have seen us all wearing Break the Bookie shirts with your face on it and hookers all over us.
There's a really?
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds awesome. Yeah, let's make these premium priced $14.99 US dollars. How about that? You think people would pay $14.99?
I think that they should only pay for the shipping.
Really?
We should just give them out because they're the dopest shirts I've seen. People love them.
Really?
Right? Yeah, even the hookers.
Well, let's make a little penny out of $14.99 US. What do you think? No, I'm kidding around. I don't want to make a dime off those friggin' shirts.
Oh man, you should smell your face on my shirt because there was some nice action on that.
Really? Wait, you had hookers in where?
On top of us.
No, you did not. Prostitution's
we
illegal.
We were all wearing your shirt.
I'm skeptical. I think Jimmy's pulling my chain right now.
I've got clips, video footage.
Drew Martin says Aaron Rinning released the under in the Toronto game about a half hour ago. You know, I don't know if that's the cause of that line move. It's certainly a massive drop on that total. All right, a whole ton of comments coming in. Ton of comments coming in. Let me see. Let me see. All right, let me just do a quick save of these awesome comments, which is what I live for. And then let's see. Paulie D says, as a bookie myself, I want a dozen for my clients. Okay, very nice. Yeah, let's get those shits out there. How do we get those shits out there? Who's in charge of that? Who's in charge of getting this shit out there?
We talked to our first man, Wanma.
Yeah?
We talked to Wanma.
Okay.
Get him working on it.
All right. Wanma's the guy who gets shit done.
Al Max says, I'm rocking my Breaking the Bookie shirt at the ACC all playoffs long. Man.
Excellent. Awesome. QQQ Wilson says, Lowbag need a theme song. Yes, we should write a theme song. Maybe I'll start thinking about that. All right, let's see. Other comments. Just a ton of comments here coming in. All right, Banco Dinero says, let's get to the ice, baby. And Isan Zolfagari says, Pete, I think your sack play is the best bet on this card. Okay, I'm taking Sacramento first half. Probably leaning full game, but I like them first half more. And, Ultra Crispy likes Bulls first half. And in the morning show, Native Queen said she liked Bulls first half, full game, and, the full game was just a lean, but she liked the first half and the first quarter, and also on the money lines. He thinks the Bulls are a possibility to win outright as a big underdog first quarter and first half. So there you go. There's an opinion from Native Queen. What's that?
It's just wild that the Bulls, that she would have that much faith in the Bulls.
Yeah, well, marketing is in. King Rail likes Bulls first quarter plus 4.5, and that is definitely lean. All right, let's get on to an NHL. Jimmy the Bag, I did make a bunch of picks yesterday. Once again, another game where there was a huge underdog that I talked about in the show that I wanted to take on the alternative puck line, but instead I punked out. I just took him on the first period money line, which pushed, and the team total over, which cashed. But if I had taken Arizona on the -1 line, I would have added 4.5 units to my fuck, and they did win 4-1. But the only reason I didn't is because I didn't have the balls. I took them on the first period plus 190, which pushed. And I took them on the team total over, which cashed, which is nice. So I did get a unit. But nothing like the -1 that would have cashed at plus 4.5 units. I'm up over 30 units right now in NHL Jimmy the Bag, and I also stayed off Toronto as a massive favorite. They lost as well.
The Sabres
didn't even consider taking Toronto there. Didn't really want to take Buffalo either, but was never considering taking Toronto, which is very nice.
Anthony L saying Devils, Darling in net for Kane tonight, and we've seen how bad Darling is.
Well, our followers of this show who tailed my picks already got that one at a good line. I gave that one in the morning show. I don't exactly remember. Oh, damn, the internet. What the fuck is going on here? That was a pick that I gave in the morning show, and I will find exactly what line I got on that one. I don't even remember what the line was in the morning, but I definitely gave the Devils in the morning show as a no-brainer pick, and that line has moved significantly up. Yes, with Darling in. Also, I had a lean to the over on this one, and I might still put that one on there as well. It's just at 6. Pittsburgh, Detroit. That line has exploded, man. Do you remember? I think this was in the show when you were here, Jim, when we took Pittsburgh as a road favorite and they lost. Someone quoted a stat of how bad Pittsburgh is on the road in terms of their ROI.
Yeah.
And in the morning they were at like -200 against Detroit. Now they're all the way up to -250.
Yeah, there's a sense when I was speaking with a bunch of I've got a few buddies in Toronto that are huge Pens fans, that they are just about to go roll to their next Stanley Cup. There's a sense that everything is coming together at the right time, except their goaltending. But that everything's coming, that Brassard looks great, that they've split up their lines really nicely. They have a really nice, so they have so much depth on their forward unit. So the guys I was talking to, they were like, watch us go run to another cup right now.
Yeah, I was thinking about throwing the over on this one, and I did actually bet it. Heritage was still hanging 5.5 when I bet this one. I'm going to check to see if 5.5 is still there. If it is, yes, Heritage, still has 5.5. I'm going to make this one an official pick. I'm going to throw this one on as well. The Detroit game over 5.5 -120. That's an official pick. Detroit game over 5.5 -120. Not sure I'd want to take Pittsburgh here at fucking -250, so I'm going to leave that one alone. But I have added Pittsburgh Detroit on the over. Islanders Ottawa. That's an interesting game. Dumpster fires. Condon against Halak, and I'm gonna pass on that one. I could see it sneakily being one of these 6.5s that sneaks under, Jim. Even though the Islanders are a team that goes exploding over. Boston and Winnipeg. The line has moved up for Winnipeg because Khudobin is in, but Khudobin's been good, hasn't he, Jim?
Khudobin's been fine. That shouldn't raise any alarms right now.
Yeah. The first period under was a lean of mine in the morning show, and now with Khudobin in, I think I am going to make that one an official pick. I'm feeling pretty good in general about NHL right now, and this is a borderline play, but I'm going to throw one on there. I'm going to throw that one on there. Winnipeg, first period, under 1.5, plus 104. Plus 104, that's the current line at Pinnacle. I'm throwing that one on there as an official play. Winnipeg, I guess I would be leaning Winnipeg here, but I'm going to hold off. Minnesota, Nashville, again, that's a total pass for me. Pekka Rinne has been terrible against Minnesota this year, but Nashville, wow, look at that. Minnesota on the road against Nashville. Minnesota's getting plus 160.
Oh, Native Queen is in all capitals. Saying, tell Pete, no, Pete.
Oh, shit.
That was a first look. No way in hell I'm backing Chicago. Like Houston first quarter against the spread.
Oh, okay.
It
that
didn't
was a first look.
Yeah, I found that they're a team that's impossible to trust, regardless of the health of their lineup right now. They're just playing terrible, terrible basketball.
Yes. Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you very much. Sorry, Made Native Queen. I was just referring to what she said in the morning show. That was just the first look. Okay. All right. UW Porn Rats in a Factory likes the over in the Boston game. Okay. I'm going to take the first period under. We might see that one, and we'll see how that one goes. Justin Searcy says the Jets roll tonight, which I would agree with. I would take, they're a minus 140 favorite, which is not that huge. I'm leaning Winnipeg as well, and I might throw that one on there. Al Max says Minnesota Nashville over 5.5 looks good. All right, I'm going to get to these comments in a second, but continuing down the line, San Jose St. Louis, I did give St. Louis -1 as an official pick. San Jose, of course, has won a bunch of games in a row, but they might this might be a down spot for them. The big question is Allen. You predicted, Jimmy the Bag, that Jake Allen would start to play very well, and that has happened. I'm a little bit worried that he played a bunch of games in a row with a little bit of a break, and now he comes back, and now he might be a sieve against San Jose. What do you think? You trust him still?
At this point, I just don't feel like I haven't really sunk my teeth into it. I just feel like these respected veterans who, when they lose their job and then can't lose their job because the person that they're competing with has an injury, they can settle in. And I expected Jake Allen to settle in, but I just I need hours and hours and hours of time breaking these things down before I want to get involved.
All right. Well, I took St. Louis, and I was thinking about the over just in case Allen does get gashed, which St. Louis, of course, has been scoring huge, goal, putting up big goal numbers game in and game out. So I'm thinking about the over on that one. I might throw that one on still. Philadelphia, Dallas. I did give the over in that game, and I did give the Philadelphia full game over, and I was thinking about throwing the first period over on that one as well, tripling up on that one. Philadelphia, Dallas, but I've already given Philly team total over as an official play and the over on that one as an official play. I also gave the Columbus Edmonton first period over and full game over as official plays. Edmonton's been scoring great. Of course, Bobrovsky is in goal for Columbus, so that's not great for the over, but Edmonton's just been really on fire. Columbus, Bobrovsky could have an off day, or Columbus could have an explosive offensive day, or you could have one of these games where it's like 3-2 and then you get an empty netter. Bobrovsky's obviously playing great, but Edmonton is scoring, so Edmonton, it'd be a little bit surprising if you put a shutout here against Connor McDavid, right?
Connor McDavid is playing very well, and he's celebrating a little too much after goals.
Really?
Yeah, which when you're not in the playoffs, just shut the fuck up and go to your bench. But some interesting things here, very interesting things that need to be announced. Rob Van Dam, or Van Dam, I'm guessing, I'm hoping it's Van Dam, says, nah, y'all gonna lose big time today. It's a dog day in hockey. And then in capital says, mark my words. Okay. And then Darcy Cretchen says, dogs will be barking. And this is the type of time of year when the dogs make noise. Yeah,
well, I only took two favorites. Everything else I took was totals. I took New Jersey -1, which I like. I don't think that the Carolina's going to be one of the dogs. And then I took St. Louis, which is yes, I agree with you. San Jose could come in and blast him here. We're going to need Jake Allen to continue to play well. If he does play well, then I think St. Louis does cash it. But those are the only two favorites that I took. Everything else are totals. I have the Philly Dallas over 5.5.
Speaking of that, Al Mack has come in with his inside info on that Philly Dallas. He says, "Okay, guys, listen to this. Someone I know in the industry told me that the Sharps are on Philadelphia heavy in this game. This is the most heavily bet game in the NHL tonight. Multiple $20,000 bets on Philly."
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm on the Philly team total over 2.5. I gave that one this morning, and I'm on the over as well. Wow. Maybe should we tail that information, Jim? What do you think?
It's very exciting information, and I despise Jamie Benn, and I hate saying that about a BC boy. But I'm not going to do anything because I have not put in the work that it requires.
Yeah. I mean, the market overall, the market has not really moved that way. If anything, slight movement in Dallas's favor. Right now, you get plus 120 at Pinnacle. Bookmaker has the best line on Dallas at -125. So Bookmaker, a sharp book, is definitely leaning towards Philly. But Pinnacle right now has Dallas at -133 and Philly at plus 120. I gave Philly on the team total over. I would definitely be leaning first period over as well. Let me think about that one.
G-Man Hag says I hit Philly and Jersey. Kobe Valentine says my best bet was Philly -1.5. Locked it in this morning.
Really? All right. First of all, I'm going to take the first period over in that one. Philadelphia Dallas first period over 1.5 -116. So I'm tripling up. Oh no, -115 at Bookmaker and a few other places. Over 1.5 -115. So I'm tripling up on overs here. I took Philly team total over, full game and first half over. Carrie Letton's in goal for Philly, and maybe I should take the Philly alternative puck line, Philly -1. Let me see what that would
Shatter
be.
McDabbin is on Philly -1.5 with
Really?
Kobe on that play.
Gosh, wow. Maybe I'll just tell everyone. I mean, how bad is that? I mean, what's going on with this team, Jim? That was the first. I said if Jim's sitting next to me, the first question I'm going to ask him in the NBA segment is, what the hell is going on with Dallas? Are they a dumpster fire? Are they? I mean, are they having mental problems? Is it a matter of?
We knew when the season started that Hitchcock was not the right fit for these guys. When you're dealing with these guys who have character issues, you don't browbeat the shit out of them with a Tortorella or with a Hitchcock. You have to let them be free. You have to let them be offensive. You have to let them do what they do, regardless of how irritating it is, regardless of how. And so they bring in this Hitchcock, an old school defensive coach. I bet you they want Hitchcock out. I bet you Ben and Sagan have given up on the season, want Hitchcock out, and it was just a cavalcade of problems, and the snowball kept getting bigger as the games got more important.
Mohammed Joma says Jamie Benn is the high school bully that peaks at 19 years old, then becomes a loser for the rest of his life. Wow.
Jamie Benn should have been a first-round draft pick.
Yeah.
He went in the 5th round because of all his character issues.
Wow. Jamie Benn, he was like, hey, nerd, come here. That's what he was like.
That's what he was
and
like,
he shoved him in the toilet.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, so what do you think about is it just like, so then is Philly going to win here 3-0 or 4-0, or is it going to be like is Dallas going to put up at least something to get this game over, Jim? They'll put up something, right? I mean, they're friggin' skating on the ice. So Mrazek's in goal for Philly. He's no great shakes, right? I mean, they're going to put up something at some point. Or are they so dysfunctional that they're going to start getting into a Canucks territory and just starting getting shut out game in, game out?
Yeah, this team, you get success in the NHL when you stick your foot on the throat of teams that are down and you fade them and fade them and fade them and fade them. So I can understand why you guys are all moving in the direction that you're moving.
Yeah. Anon 101 says the rumors of Tyler Seguin being gay is really affecting the team. I guess. Rolling on the floor, laughing, fade until otherwise. If I were the coach of Dallas, I would tell Jamie Benn to bully Tyler Seguin. How about that? Is that probably what he's doing? Bully Tyler Seguin into proving that he's a real man. I don't know.
We saw pictures of Tyler Seguin's new girlfriend, and Tyler Seguin did not go out when he was in Montreal, so we thought maybe his new girlfriend was, impressing him.
Ulysses Hayes predicts Dallas scores 1 goal in this game. Okay. Mally Mal says Islanders over. I can see that one. I'm passing on that game. Let's see. Ulysses Hayes says Dallas scores 1 goal. So maybe I'm wrong here for liking the over, but I am liking the over. Some people in the morning said that they did like the over. Justin Searcy says Dallas doesn't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, they're a team full of questionable character. And it's sad to see a year like Klingberg's just go down the drain because Jamie Benn, just because they're angry with the way Hitchcock's style of coaching it.
Shatter McDabbin's on Philly -1.5. Well, if that's really the problem with Dallas, if they're really just like, fuck it on the year, then yeah, they're going to lose every game for the rest of the way.
Kobe says Seguin parties with some girls I know in Toronto, and they tell me all he does is hit on all of them. Another guy, Max Smart, told me some stories of Seguin getting it on with multiple women at clubs. So
okay.
I don't think I've not heard about these gay rumors, but from what I've heard, that's the least of his concerns.
Ulysses Hayes likes Columbus money line. He says Bobrovsky is too big in the net. Okay, I'm hoping that Udom racked in the fact he does like the Oilers game over 5.5. Okay.
The big question I have is, when we move forward with the NHL, I think it's fair we can say that the Atlantic Division is very strong and this Met Division is questionable. And the big question mark is how good are these Columbus Blue Jackets? How much is the Foligno injury going to affect them? Are they the second best team? Because it looks like Pittsburgh could have a nice little run through that division, but is Columbus going to step up and give them a real battle? And if you've been watching Seth Jones play lately, he's playing extremely well.
The spokesman predicts a score of 4-2 Flyers. All right, that would be nice. It'll cash on my team total over and the full game over. All right, maybe I should take the Flyers on the -1 line. I mean, if I lose, it's just 1 unit. If I win, I'll make almost 3 units on that one. Maybe I should do it. Everyone's liking it, huh? I'm just concerned about the line movement, Jim. What do you? I mean, Dallas is like. I mean, are they not a team that's like, look, we're professional NHL players. We've lost like 8 games in a row. Are they not going to come and show up tonight, or what?
I do not trust the character in that dressing room.
No, and you trust Philly in general?
I trust that forward unit quite a bit, but Mrazek is an average goaltender, and he will continue to just step up sometimes and let a ton of goals in other times.
Yeah.
So they're a hard team to back.
All right, I'm gonna hold off on the Philly -1 line just because I'm on this game 3 ways. I'm probably leaving 2.5 units on the table, which I shouldn't be doing. But we'll see if Dallas beats Philly. I don't know what's up with this team, man. All right, so once again, the picks. Carolina, New Jersey, I gave Carolina -1. Pittsburgh, Detroit, I gave the over 5.5. Boston, Winnipeg, I gave the first period under. San Jose, St. Louis, I gave St. Louis -1. Philly, Dallas, I gave Philly team total over, first period over, and the full game over. Columbus, Edmonton, I gave the full game over and the first period over, and I'm starting to feel nervous about that one because Bobrovsky might pitch a shutout here.
Even Bobrovsky has not looked that good to me over the last month or so. But yeah, when I'm looking at these games after not putting hours and hours of study into it, I can understand where you guys stand. You don't point rat in the fact he likes Ducks puck line. I get it. Now, Vancouver's playing better, and to only get a +125 or +130 for a -1.5 on the road is a difficult thing to back. But I truly understand that play. You guys believing in the Flyers, I get it. Makes sense. Ulysses Hayes says Columbus will roll hard tonight. That's a very interesting play because there you're getting value. Getting a +2 or more on the puck line. I think you guys are all on the right track.
All right, I'm going to throw on some more picks that I just saw in my leans column. I am going to double up on New Jersey. I'm taking the New Jersey first period money line. I did bet this one, and right now it's -145 at sportsbetting.ag. I bet that one as well. I'm throwing on New Jersey first period money line -145. I'm really liking New Jersey here tonight. And I'm also thinking about the over in the Carolina-New Jersey game, and I'm also thinking about what else? I guess that's about it. I'm putting most of my leans into plays now, Jim. I do think Winnipeg's probably a good bet against Boston tonight. I would love if you looked at that game, you'd probably give the opinion. I can see where you're coming from. I'm not going to bet it, but I see where you're coming from. That's probably what you'd say about Boston, Winnipeg. Boston's a good team.
Boston is a good hockey team, and I was talking. We talked a lot of hockey over the last few days. That's all Canadians really want to talk about.
Yes.
And the feeling I said to these guys, this is in Toronto. I said I think Toronto can give Boston a run for their money, and they were like, no. They think Boston is the class of that division, and that Tampa should be lucky to hold on to that first place. Now that's kind of surprised me because I do think that the Leafs have a lot of weapons and can be very dangerous, and it's too bad that Atlantic Division is so tough that that 2 excellent teams have to face off in the first round.
Yes.
Very interesting. G-Man Hag says Dallas has not been allowed to find a team identity, and the players are rebelling against the coach who treats them like kids. It's perfectly put. Perfectly put.
Interesting shit. All right, so I'm going to hold off on the Carolina-New Jersey game. Kincaid's been playing well, and it's possible he might pitch a shutout. New Jersey might get like a 4-1 type of win here, but I'm liking New Jersey there. So once again, all my official picks are New Jersey -1. New Jersey first period money line. Pittsburgh, Detroit over 5.5. Boston, Winnipeg first period under. That one's borderline, but I'm going to give it. San Jose -1. That one's predicated on Allen having a good game and San Jose's winning streak stopping. I can see why people wouldn't like that one, but I'm going to give it. Philly, Dallas, I'm giving first period over, full game over, and Philly team total over. Columbus, Edmonton, first period over and full game over, and that's it. 10 picks in NHL. I'm probably going to have a bunch of losers in this one, but I feel like I'm liking my picks once again in NHL. I'm chugging along, Jimmy the Bag. Let me see where I am officially right now in NHL. I'm up 30.8 units. My leans are up 39.7 units, and that's mostly just because there's a few -1s with big underdogs at like +400 that would have cashed if I had the balls to give them. Most notably, last night, Arizona puck line -1 +436. Unreal.
That means that combined we're up over 74 units in NHL.
Yes, Jimmy the Bag still, despite my my recent steady improvement in NHL, I'm still double digits behind Jimmy the Bag. Unbelievable. Jimmy the Bag up 8.2% ROI in NHL. My ROI right now, 6%. That's pretty impressive, Jim.
That's extremely impressive.
That's extremely impressive, Jim. In the MLB season, if I have an ROI of 2%, that is my goal. Any MLB season over a long term. All right, but I do feel like NHL a little bit easier to beat than MLB. All right, let's look at some comments. Ulysses Hayes says Allen will show up tonight. Good. I hope he does, which means that I'll probably catch a win on that one. And Bill Buttlicker says, here we go, Devils puck line. Just today, Jimmy, another thing you missed. Just today, Bill Buttlicker was asking me to talk about MMA, and I had to look at the camera and I had to go, I am only one man, Bill Buttlicker. And I was thinking about, like, when I was 16, if you had shown me a video from my future self with a big, nasty fucking mustache looking at a camera saying, I am only one man, Bill Buttlicker. What would I have thought?
Well, first off, it's not a nasty mustache at all. But
No?
I missed you, Bill Buttlicker. I really did. Gone for 5 days, not being able to roll with my man, Bill Buttlicker. Shit.
What do you think Bill Buttlicker looks like in real life? That is one curtain I do not want to look behind.
I'm going to Guatemala. I'm going to Guatemala to find out.
You think
on
so?
the Bill Buttlicker mission.
All right. Okay. Bill Buttlicker says, here we go, Devils puck line. I'm on it. I hope that cashes. Mohamed Joma likes Devils, Preds, Ducks, all win in regulation and probably cash puck line. Okay. All right. Mohamed Joma taking the Ducks. Listen, I hope you guys all cash. A lot of people in the morning show were saying they really like Anaheim. I'm passing on that game. It's just too high. It's just too high of a friggin' line, Jim. We've seen that Vancouver is terrible, but they can show up once in a while here and there.
They've been playing much better the last 8 or 9 days or so.
I'm just gonna.
Bill Buttlicker says I'm beautiful. Not me, but him. Like, he's beautiful.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I
Really?
imagine he'd be a looker, man.
Really,
Just,
yes.
But don't judge a book by its cover, man. Buttlicker's probably gorgeous.
Okay, St. Louis has a rest day of rest. They're going to jump on them. Yes, I'm taking that one. Let's see other comments just coming in. Handicapping comments. Let's see other comments. Okay. Justin Sushi says Dallas hasn't scored 2 goals in forever. Is that true? I have to look at their. All right, we'll see. Mr. Gokster says lean under in the Boston game. Mally Mal says over in Boston. Bill Buttlicker says I'm staying away from the Boston game. I'm just taking the Bruins game first period under. I'm taking the Bruins game first period under as an official pick, and I definitely bet it. Let's see. What else do we have? I guess that's about it. I guess we can wrap this shit up, huh?
Yeah, Udon Porn saying, Jimmy, you don't have one pick? Man, I can't half-ass this shit.
Yeah.
I'm either up at 3:45 in the morning grinding my fucking ass off for you guys, and I'm not just going to fucking mail in bullshit, man.
Yes.
When I give you guys my plays, I've grinded these motherfucking games down, man. I was in the air for 6 hours. I just came because I missed Pete so much.
Amen. Al Max says St. Louis and San Jose first period under 1.5 is gold in my opinion. Okay. I guess we can wrap this game up. I gave all the picks. Ulysses Hayes says, I caught Anaheim at minus 235. Just double down on them. Wow. People really liking Anaheim here. People are like, sure, give it to me. 260, 280, whatever. I don't give a shit. Give me Anaheim. Okay.
Hey, I love that they are doing that. I think the Ducks come out of the Pacific Division and play in the Western Conference Final. I think they have everything that it takes, man.
All right. Yeah. I got 10 picks going tonight in NHL. I think I'm going to have a profitable day once again when the day is over. And let's wrap this up. Jimmy the Bag, what do you think?
Let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. We will be back tomorrow, Wednesday, 12 o'clock Eastern time. We'll cover the Wednesday card. Jimmy the Bag, I'm nervous about. I want to be as prepared as I can be for MLB. I wish I didn't have to sleep tonight and tomorrow night because Thursday it all starts. Jimmy the Bag. We'll be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock Eastern time for the Wednesday show.